Welcome to Getting to Know the Gulls. I have with me Mike Laurie, a member of the 2005 and 2006 Newport Gulls. Mike, a little bit different time than I've done some of these other interviews because you're on the other side of the globe right now over in Taiwan playing in the Chinese Professional Baseball League. First off, thank you so much for taking some time. I know you guys, just got done playing a baseball game over there?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Yeah, we just finished up a game tonight. Just got back to my apartment like about an hour ago, so timed up well.
Your career, I mean, from New Jersey, you attend Villanova. You came and played for the Gulls in 2005 and 2006. How are those experiences? I know they were two different years. In 2005, we win the NECBL championship.
hmm
How was your experience here?
I mean, my time with the Gulls in Newport was amazing. What is there not to love about being there, playing for the Gulls? It's a time in my baseball career that I have amazing memories. Thinking about how much fun I had, with that group of guys both years, and winning a championship in 2005. Anytime you win a championship, at any level, it's like you don't forget that. You don't forget that stuff. And Chuck and Chris, treated us guys so well there. What an unbelievable experience.
No, it's really great to hear. I'm glad you still remember that championship and hold it so highly in your baseball memories, considering the accomplishments you've been able to rack up throughout your career. I know I referenced it in your intro, but you're currently a member of the Fubon Guardians of the Chinese Professional Baseball League. You've been there since 2012 after being drafted by the Giants in 2007, then bounced around indie ball a little bit. Clearly, it's been a great experience for you and your family, spending nearly a decade abroad. But how did that opportunity present itself to play professionally in Taiwan? Was this a league that you and your agent had targeted, or maybe had some friends playing in?
Sure. Honestly, I was in the Atlantic League, an independent league. I was playing for the Long Island Ducks. It was August of 2012, so very late in the season. And honestly, I had already made the decision that at the end of that year of 2012, I was going to retire. And because I didn't, I started that year out very slow, and I didn't have the best first half to 2012. I pitched a lot better in the second half, but I knew, no major league organization was going to pick me up. Got a phone call from my agent saying the Lamigo Monkeys in the CPBL were interested in me. I was like, okay, great. I talked to my wife, who was actually my fiance at the time, and she's like, well, you got to do it. And I kind of, at the time, I was at peace with my decision to retire. And I was kind of questioned it for a few minutes. And, my wife kind of kicked my butt in the gear and was like, just do it, go over there. So I got on a flight, in mid-August there, and, just been here since.
The CPBL was one of the first professional sports leagues to return to play after the coronavirus pandemic hit. How was the country affected, and how were you able to return to play in April, which was right around the peak of cases here in the U.S.?
Taiwan's response was great. They were very quick to make protocols here in the country, and so our league was only delayed, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. So they did a great job, just as a whole country, doing what was needed to be done to keep everybody safe. And resume kind of daily life here.
Great to hear. I know you guys started off with no fans in the stadium. I think you were the first ones to have the blow up dolls and the mascots and everything in the stands. But slowly but surely, you guys have started to work in fans at the ballpark and gotten back to basically, I think, full capacity in all the stadiums, correct?
Yeah, we're back at full capacity now, so that's been great. Having fans, in the stadium, cheering and being loud. When we first started, cheerleaders on the dugouts were vital to the game, though. So they were allowed to come into the stadium, which I kind of found funny. But
yeah, no, that it's pretty funny. And we'll get to the atmosphere and the cheerleaders in a moment here. But the time period leading up to the shutdown stateside, there was little talk about the severity of the virus, could have, and then all of a sudden we were issued the shelter-in-place orders. Were you already in Taiwan when everything was coming to fruition here? Was there a plan in place immediately to resume play, or was it kind of a waiting game, much like everywhere else?
So yeah, I actually got to Taiwan on February 1st. I just found out about COVID-19 maybe like a week to 10 days before I left to come here, and it was barely even being talked about. So I came to Taiwan February 1st. There was no travel restrictions at the time, so I didn't have to do a 2-week quarantine or anything like that. Kind of hit right around March about kind of the seriousness of it. That's when we didn't know what was going to happen with the league, if there was going to be a delay, if we were going to start on time and whatnot.
So, Mike, you're one of, 3 or 4 Americans, or not even Americans. I know Henry Sosa is on the team there. Mm-hmm. Anybody in particular in the league that maybe some individuals would know, or anybody on your team?
Manny Ramirez played over here in 2013. Freddie Garcia was here, I believe, in 2014.
Did you get to face Manny?
Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah.
Okay. How was he? Was it a tough at bat? Was that something?
Yeah, it was awesome. He's one of the best hitters of all time. So
yeah,
that was a cool experience for sure. Multiple times there, and he was still a really good hitter. Hand-eye coordination was still amazing at the time. He probably lost some pop, but he still had a good swing, and he still had great hand-eye, and he could still drive the ball. So
unreal. Growing up playing ball, I'm sure you always dreamt and thought you were gonna face Manny and hitters like that, but to do so while you're both playing in Taiwan was probably not how you drew it up. So we touched on it a little bit, but at the core, baseball is baseball. So there's not too many differences in the gameplay, but something that completely differentiates itself from the United States is really the atmosphere in the ballpark. Can you describe how it is to play over there?
There's constant noise. There's songs being sung. Every hitter has their own like fight song. So every time a hitter comes up, there's a new song for that hitter that everybody in the stands is singing, clapping. There's drums. You got cheerleaders on the dugout dancing. You got smoke on the dugout coming out of these smoke pipe things, and flames, and it's like kind of like a party almost. People are loving it, and they're dancing in the stands, and it's very unique, and it's there's a lot going on, not just baseball. It's the whole atmosphere is obviously geared towards the game, but it's a whole show and whole production going on, which is a lot of fun. It's
sounds electric. Sounds like every night the Irish fans are here in Cardines. But is there anything on the baseball side that sticks out?
Baseball's baseball. So it's more. CPBL is, it's a very hitter-friendly league. Um, so, but on the same side, they also bunt. You know, every team still will sack bunt in the first inning, second inning, third inning, early in the game. You know, where it's still an offensive driven league. So they're still like to play small ball, but you know, there's guys that can hit here and runs are scored here. So that is one difference. It's a small league, so you get to know everybody real quick. You're going to face, you know, I've faced one team this year 10 times already. So, you know, you get to know everyone really quick. So they make adjustments on you, and you have to make adjustments on them. So that's something I think as a pitcher coming over here is you learn a lot about yourself. You learn how to get out of your comfort zone and kind of pitch in different ways that you're not usually used to. And you also learn quick how to, you know, read guys' swings just because you see them so often. And, you know, you really got to use any kind of advantage that you can get.
Well, you've definitely been able to make those adjustments throughout the years and your time, as you've really etched your name in the CPBL history books. You've notched over 1,000 innings pitched, led the league in strikeouts multiple years, wins, led an ERA. You've taken home the pitching crown a couple times. I know it's hard to pinpoint just one reason for your success, but because you went over there with basically nothing to lose, have you been able to play a little bit looser and have a little bit more fun, you know, resulting in such a Hall of Fame career?
Yeah, you know, it was absolutely like I was playing with like house money almost, you know, because
Yeah.
you know, it was like I was going to retire. So, you know, I remember having a conversation with myself, you know, on the runway before we took off, just like, all right, you know, do your best for 2 weeks and whatever happens, happens. You know, enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience, and do your best. If it doesn't shake out, you know, you're going to move on anyway. And if something else happens, if you maybe get another contract, great. But, you know, it was enjoy the 2 weeks, enjoy the experience, and you know, see where it goes. And that was really my mindset when I first came over here.
Have you ever thought about, been asked to come back and play stateside, or even moving into Japan or China or one of the other leagues? Or is it just been such a great fit there that, you know, you've wanted to stay and be a part of a team that, you know, really has, and a league that has given you the opportunity to restart that baseball career?
Sure. I never had an opportunity to come back to the States, but I did go and play in South Korea in 2014 for an expansion team there, the KT Wiz. They were actually, that year I was there in 2014, they were in the minor leagues over there. So they brought me over, and, you know, my thinking was if I pitched well for them, you know, in 2014 in the minor leagues, that, you know, they'd sign me back for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unfortunately, you know, things didn't work out. I probably should have been better than I was. And I made my way back here to Taiwan in 2015, and been here since. So, you know, Taiwan it's been great. You know, it's been great for me and my family. You know, we feel very fortunate for our time here. You know, it's changed me as a person, just traveling, you know, baseball, you know, traveling around baseball, seeing different countries and cultures and stuff like that has changed me as a person for the better. And, you know, being able to share this experience with my wife and my kids, you know, a different culture too, especially, has been amazing.
For anyone who, and well, I know it's getting late over there, so we'll let you go in a moment here. But for anybody who has never been to the country, never heard of the country, have no nothing, what can they expect if they were to take a trip over, and just enjoy the country as a whole, in addition to going to check out some baseball?
Sure. You know, I think culturally, you know, people are very friendly, very helpful. So that's one of the first things coming over here is just how how friendly people are and willing to help you. But if you came here and traveled and came to Taipei, it's a huge city. It's hustling and bustling. There's plenty of things to do. There's Taipei 101, which used to be the tallest building in the world. It's pretty tall. It's a pretty cool building. But it's a really cool city. Great food. Taiwan is known for like their street food and night markets. So it's pretty unique experience, going to these night markets and trying all these different foods there from the food vendors. So you can do like a major city like Taipei, but you can also get out of the major city pretty quickly and get to like more rural part of the country. On the east side of the island, there's Hualien, which is kind of like a beach town, which is pretty beautiful place. In the center of the island is the mountains, and that's where they grow all their tea, like all the tea leaves and stuff like that. And they have like hotels and like bungalows up in the mountains. And we actually haven't done that, but it's on our list of things to do. Is like check out one of these hotels that's like kind of part with tea and stuff like that. But
cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Fubon's in first place right now.
One game up.
Rakuten is perennially, and Flamingo, the team that you had played for, has perennially been the best team in the league. They've won 3 out of the 4 championships the past few years. 7 total. Yep. Hopefully we get some fans watching stateside rooting on Fubon after this interview here. What can we expect in the playoffs? Is it the same format? Is it what are you looking forward to most? And hopefully capturing a title here for the team that you've been with now for many years.
Yeah, it's a 7-game series, so the league here is done in first half winner, second half winner, and then they meet in the finals. So it's a 7-game series, and I've been to 2 other Taiwan series before, and they're awesome atmospheres. They are incredibly loud, and fans are incredibly passionate. So the atmosphere is it's pretty electric. So I really hope to be able to do that again this year and have that experience, because there's nothing really quite like that adrenaline rush.
Nothing like a championship. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Come by. But hey, Mike, thanks again so much for taking some time to bring us into your world, across the world, and hopefully get you back here in Newport. We're going to be celebrating our 20th anniversary shortly. You were here in 2005. You were here in 2006 too. So we appreciate your dedication and desire to come play in Newport, and hope you the best moving forward. So thank you again.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I certainly appreciate my time with the Gulls and, everything, they did for me in my career, because I definitely got better as a pitcher, with my time there. And I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now without being around those guys and those coaches and playing at that level against the competition. So Newport was an amazing time in my life, my career. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you again, Mike, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Great. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.